Hello everybody, Johnny here. Welcome back to the Rift. Today we're playing Garen into a Tryndamere, one of the hard matchups that I absolutely dread. We'll do our best. We're playing with Phase Rush, Nimbus Cloak, Celerity, Gathering Storm, Overgrowth, and Bone Plating. So you can see we got pretty heavy like scaling runes. And we really kind of play to scale in the mid game. And we're gonna make some adjustments in lane to really try to survive this very difficult matchup here. So probably looking at getting an early bramble, depending on how things go. Let's see how this Tryndamere plays. As we always say, champions like Tryndamere need to build their fury, right? So very, very early, they're not that strong. So we can go for some short trades in the early stage here. And try to get level 2, at least like matching it based on when he gets it. But it's not always possible. He's got the Fury built up, so yeah, it's gonna be a challenging one. Let's queue away. That's alright for me. The main thing is we don't want to get caught out here and get a bunch of autos onto us. We're totally fine playing to scale, getting pushed in this matchup. It's not really a bad thing. The difficulty is gonna come actually later on when Tryndamere gets Hydra and he's able to like sustain permanently and like power farm camps and everything. He becomes an absolute nuisance. Oh. Okay. Oh. Gonna pop my potion. Unlucky that he got the level 3 there. So my all-in wasn't gonna work. But he's a bit vulnerable here. I'm hoping my jungler can alter his pathing a little bit to prioritize this gank. I think it's gonna be too late because Tryndamere is getting some vision out. Might still work given how pushed up he is, though. Okay. Not really conducive. The wave is too big currently for me to move completely away. Okay. I'm just gonna signal my jungler back. This is pretty much... you know, it failed. That's okay, let's move on. Let's not make it worse by sharing a bunch of XP here. There we go, that's okay. And you can kind of see the sustain from Tryndamere is really rough. What I'm gonna try is to keep this push going so he can't thin out the wave in time to push it back into me. That would be like my goal here. I'm gonna grab another point in E so that we have a little bit better shove. My goal really is to just shove this next wave with a high value E. Okay, try to get his HP a bit low so he can't really hold this wave. And I would consider this part of the game successful. We've survived the initial part there. We're gonna come back with bramble and a potion for the next all-in. We're fairly even CS, and we left things in a pretty good position where we crashed a big wave. It's gonna take him a little bit to shove back into us. He doesn't play with TP, so he doesn't get to go back for items. And as long as we can stop the wave and thin it out and keep it in this area, we're actually going to be in a pretty good spot to short trade him over and over. So that's our goal here. The wave is not that massive, so we should be able to hold it here in this position. Right now in this freeze frame, if he chooses to go back to base, it's actually really bad for him because he's going to lose this whole cannon wave. Look at this. So it does look like he's chosen to go back to base. I would technically say we already have an advantage as long as we don't make a mistake at this point. Or maybe he actually chose to go do grubs, which would also be bad. Look at everything he's losing, by the way. And we can just keep holding. This is excellent for us. Keep it in this spot. Chunk him down a little bit. There we go. Get another auto at the end of that. Okay. We got most of that. Pretty good. Let's get some more points in queue here for some stronger short trades. We got a level advantage as a result. He doesn't have any fury built up currently, so if he walks up, I'm gonna short trade him. Yeah, there we go. Very nice.
Corruption is the seed of our undoing.
Okay. I do have a potion here. I'm a little bit concerned by the volley bear, so I'm gonna pop my potion. Cassio is kind of around, but of course, enemy mid laner is also nearby. And Tryndamere got level 6 here, so it does not look good. Oh, okay. Right. That is not a good option to fight. I did try to ping off my teams, but or my team rather. But you know what? Sometimes people won't listen to you. That's the reality. That's okay. We're still looking just fine in this lane. Sorry if you can hear my cat, by the way. He's currently very agitated. It's a meme in the channel at this point. I'm gonna hold the wave here. We got plenty of armor to hold it. I can pop my W as well. Get a little Q onto him. And I'm fairly happy in this position. Keep getting some short trades onto him. Get... Whoop, I missed that one. Too bad. Okay, and now we have a lot of gold, so what we want is to ensure a crash so we can reset. So we're gonna start preparing this wave with a slow push, and the moment the next wave arrives, we're going to hard push it into his tower. So we have a big timer to go back to base. And here we go. Here's the next wave. Gonna get a high value E here as much as we can. Okay, he can hold it if he decides to do so. I'm gonna go back.
I have business to attend to. Fight on in my name. I have need of these earthly treasures.
Let's go back. Okay, so let me explain. Normally, I always go berserkers, right? But this is a matchup, and we might lose a plate here, but I really did have to go back and buy items so I can continue to match him. So I'm still okay with this decision. It's a cannon wave, so it goes down fairly slowly, and we still get back in time to get the XP at the very least. So this is an okay outcome for me, I would say. But yeah, this matchup, I really value the combination of Bramble and Steel Caps to make myself more survivable, and I'm very happy with that. We got his flash, which is fantastic for me. Just need my jungler to leave the wave as it is. Thank you very much.
Lion.
We wanted to keep pushing into me. We're very, very happy with this. You can see my my teammates are getting pretty emotional here with the pings and everything. But I simply cannot come here realistically. Maybe I can. Okay, nice. If I can take a simple kill like that, I will. Okay, let's Q away. I'm totally fine if he decides to proxy it. What's gonna happen is he's going to gain a tempo advantage by proxying because he can, you know, go back to base, for example, and I'm still stuck farming the wave, so he does get an advantage by it, but on the flip side, I get to perfect farm and I have great sustain, right? So I can just perfect farm forever. And in a lane where he's very favored, he's actually not getting that much in return. So I'm actually okay with this. It allows me to full scale into mid game where we're gonna be, you know, very impactful, right? So I'm overall pretty happy with this. We wanna farm steadily towards our stride breaker. That's all. Nothing fancy. We're gonna get our stride breaker and be a powerhouse in the mid game. It does look like the enemy bot lane is kind of crushing my bot lane at the moment. Let's look to chunk him down a little bit. Also, very helpful to have the anti-heal against him. Not too sure what he's doing. He's moving in a pretty aggressive and strange way. Looking for a high value E here. Missed the cannon, that's okay. We're gonna look to get back. It's gonna take him a little while. Not that long, but still very beneficial for us to be able to go back here if we can. Do our best to get back in time. At the end of the day, this is a lane where Tryndamere has a lot of pressure, but we're getting pretty good farm, and we're gonna be very, very strong this game. It does suck that he gets the Demolish proc, of course, but it's not too bad. Realistically, not much we can do here. I can try to get him to use his ult. There we go. And I still have flash. Okay. Very well played by my jungler. Let's give him a little emoji. Love it. We got 15 seconds until Tryndamere is back. That's pretty good for me. I don't think I can get here in time. No. No. Let's just shove next wave. It's sad that my Cassio dies there. Awesome. He's gonna lose a part of this wave at least, and we get to go back. And we don't really get to buy. I'm a bit unhappy with that, to be honest with you. Selling my D shield. But I like the position we're in. We're slightly behind in the sense that he just completed his item, but we're spot on with like the same CS that he has. In a lane like this, I consider that a win. He might just get my tower here, which is not ideal. That's okay. I have my Q for move speed, and we're chilling. We have insane sustain and tankability. Tankability? Is that a word? Not sure. I don't think it's a word. But yeah, with Bramble, we do pretty okay into him with trades. Yeah. we go. I can't really go for this gank right now because I would lose a full cannon wave.
My kingdom stands eternal.
But my Cassio was able to pick it up, so that's fantastic.
Our crusade
Just going to farm this camp here to try to be efficient. There we go. And let's shove it in. Just looking to complete my Stride Breaker, which we basically already have, actually. There we go. I'm gonna preserve my E for the next wave that's coming. And we're looking actually really good in this game.
glory awaits.
I missed the cannon. My bad.
Lion must return.
So we've been able to keep Tryndamere from... What's going on here? Let's get out of there.
Of idle riches.
Okay, we'll get this and
With this, I will deliver
And a
justice
ward.
upon the wicked.
okay. So they've been able to secure the first two dragons. We're gonna really hard focus on the next dragon so we can try to get it ourselves. Volibear is fairly strong here, of course.
I am the voice of history.
Let's just nuke the wave. Let's see if we can nab a kill.
Your reign has come.
Okay, cool. Get a kill with the Ignite as well. Absolutely love it. There's also a free red buff here, which is great.
All beasts bow to the lion.
Get that. Let's go get the red buff. Might consider catching the wave mid too. Or just coming back top. Let's come back top. Tower is pretty low.
Fear nothing. Trust in me.
Now, in terms of items, we are still going Phantom Dancer. Oh, no. We're still going Phantom Dancer. We will finish Thornmail, but not immediately. I'm happy sitting on Bramble for a little bit. Not sure where Tryndamere went.
I am healed.
Let me check here. Okay. There's the Tryndamere. So he's sitting on a Zeal. Let's see if we can catch this Akali as she retreats.
Constant in this world. Demacia.
Oh, damn. That's really unfortunate.
I will shake.
Probably not gonna be able to catch her, sadly. She got very lucky there.
Nothing will stand in
You can
my
see
way.
we pretty much win these trades with Tryndamere. Trades with Tryndamere?
Know my name.
We do pretty well into him. Let's check. Okay. Let's go back to him. I thought he was maybe going for some other jungle camps. Alright. Just nuke the wave. Alright, let's slow them down with Stride. This could be a challenging one. Might be dead here. Yeah.
Let no beast
Well played by them. I didn't think Akali could be here. I thought they were fighting my team. The benefit of that is that my team does get access to the dragon here. But it's of course not ideal. I think I will sit on a Negatron Cloak. Sit on a value Negatron Cloak. And then we're gonna finish our Phantom Dancer here. Because Akali does a lot of damage. It's something we have to get a little bit of resiliency against. But ultimately, my Cassio is doing really well. Our bot lane is struggling, but still has okay farm, so it's not the end of the world, really. And my jungler is having a bit of a rough time, but I believe we're gonna be just fine in this game. Definitely winnable. Let's just keep our focus here and make sure we're working towards the next dragon. It's gonna be really important for us. Not really something we can fight for. Looks like they are a bit off tempo in the sense that they still have to reset back to base while we are on the map. So what we can do is try stealing some of these jungle camps. There we go.
My kingdom awaits.
Looks like they're going pretty hardcore into my base there. But my team should be able to hold it.
God's work is never done.
I'm actually thinking I can kill this Akali. I'm gonna see if she pushes up. Yeah.
Demacia, I hear you.
Alright. Alright, I'm not gonna flash on her because I value my flash more than I value potentially killing her. It's also possible she can just escape because she's so mobile, right? Now I'm gonna see here if I can sandwich these guys. That's not a very high value ultimate from me, to be honest. Let me see. Yeah, that was not a good fight from me. So what we can learn from that is I was a bit too hasty with my ultimate, and I should have preserved it for either the Akali or the Jhin. Those are kind of the big damage dealers, right? And the fact is, I used my ult because I wanted to take Lulu out of the fight so she can't do her nasty stuff. But then we didn't have the tools to deal with Jhin and Akali. So we still got the Akali kill, which is not too bad, right? Oh, we can take that win, but not the greatest. The good thing, though, is we're still looking good in farm. We're keeping our productivity fairly high here. And what we're going to do now is get back out there. We're going to shove top lane as much as we can with the intention of setting up the next dragon that's coming up in just about a minute here. So we're going to... Yeah, okay, that camp's already taken anyway. I was gonna say we're gonna skip the jungle camp and not take it, as nice as it would be. And I'm gonna signal my team that I want to do this dragon. Now, we can see most of their team is already there. What I'm hoping is that I can attract some enemies to top lane and generate a numbers advantage. If that doesn't happen, then probably my best option is just to trade for the top side, because I can get this tower. I can also get next tower if they don't come. Looks like they're just heavy committed there. But we can get a lot if they choose to continue. Okay, Jhin is here. So we got one person at least to come here. Yeah, I would say this didn't work out. I didn't expect my Cassio is very strong, as you can see. I expected my Cassio to be able to hold and instead everybody died. So not really a good outcome, but I still think my decision was solid. Like, if you take a sample of like 10 games, I think that decision will give a good result in most games. So it's like a replicable decision. In this game, my team got erased incredibly fast. And that didn't really work out like I expected.
Faith shall deliver us.
This might be really bad. Gonna queue for move speed, and we're quite tanky. Okay, let's go back. We're of course don't surrender, just because it's a difficult game. I should have stayed actually. Let's just take the Thorn Mail and get there. Okay, Morgana died. That's really bad. Ultimately, we probably can't stop that Baron, because they're all there, so let's look to trade elsewhere. Might not be able to get this. Yeah, not a good outcome, man. I'm really surprised at how quickly my entire team died without Jhin being there. That's the main thing. I thought that when I pulled when I pulled Jhin top, I was gonna generate a much bigger advantage than what ended up happening, actually. It turns out Akali and Volibear are sort of like the backbone of the team, and Jhin is just kind of there. Jhin has not really been a big threat like the other guys. This is really difficult to defend against. I'm just dead. Yeah, I get nuked by the Akali. I think I made some mistakes this game that we can learn from. So I should have built Force of Nature, because Thorn Mail was not necessary. Tryndamere ended up not being a threat. We did a good job of keeping him at bay, but our efforts should have been focused on the Akali instead. So Force of Nature would have really helped survive against her, and really focusing on taking the Akali down and neutralizing the Volibear would have been a better bet. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, remember to leave a like. It really helps the channel. And we'll see you next time, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.